You are an ACCA student preparing for ACCA exams, then this video is exactly what you need to watch. Watch it till the end. I'm going to discuss ACCA exam preparation strategy and the common mistakes which students usually they make. My name is Syed Muhammad Ali. I've been teaching ACCA since 2007. I've taught more than 25,000 students, maybe even more. I don't exactly remember. Uh, and I've taught in different countries to students from different countries. Based on my experience for over 15 years teaching ACCA students, and what I see, what mistakes people usually make in their preparation process, and then during the exam, I'm going to sum up, most of those things in this video. I might skip something in my mind, but I'll try to cover all of these aspects. Uh, Remember that we all know, starting from very fundamental, that ACCA pass rates are approximately 50% or so. Um, when I say 50%, it means that, um, out of every 10 students, 10 students if take exam, probably 5 they passed, and in some exam papers the result is less than 50%, which means 10 people are taking exam and only 4 people are passing and 6 do not pass. I mean, 10 people, they went to exam, they spent 3 hours, they did their best, and still the result is not there. I'm going to discuss the reasons, and we will split this thing into 2 parts. One is the exam preparation process, the preparation process itself. And the second is the exam day, the mistakes which you do on the exam day. So if we start with the exam preparation process, preparation strategies, which I say, the first thing is make the right choice. Sometimes students, they make mistake here. For example, like if you are a level 1 student, for example, you have done your F1, you have done your F2, and then F3, whatever, in whichever order. So if you finish your F3 last, then you should take F7 there, because these 2 papers are related to each other. So after doing F3, if you jump to F7, then it is, of course, you will make things simple for you. But if you have finished with F2, then your first attempt should be F5, because these 2 papers, they make sense with each other. Similarly, if you go to advanced level papers, I usually suggest my students to take the last paper as F9, and then they should take AFM, because these 2 are very closely related. Then students should take SBR, and after SBR, you should take AAA if you want to take AAA, because these 2 are, then your SBR knowledge helps you in AAA. What I've seen, sometimes students, they take F9. After F9, they start doing SBR, no connection at all. Then they do AFM, and after they do, let's suppose, AAA. So these 2 are not connected with each other, and these 2 are not connected with each other. So from F9 jumping to SBR, then from AFM jumping to AAA, you are actually confusing yourself and making things difficult for you. So it is very important that you make the correct, right choice, which paper you should start. Second thing is, I suggest that go topic by topic. A lot of students, they make this mistake. They start one topic without getting full grips. They move to another because they want to complete syllabus very fast, which is, of course, not the right thing. For example, if you are an F7 student and you are preparing your standard or topic, which is IFRS 16 leases. So if I'm doing my IFRS 16 leases, I should not move to another topic until I become confident here. I should watch the lecture videos. You should read the study text, watch the question videos, do practice kit questions yourself. Once you are done with IFRS 16, then you move to the end. Many students, they think that they should cover the syllabus and they will do practice in the end. By the time you come to the practice, you already have forgotten, then you go back to the syllabus again. So again, you waste your time, you confuse yourself. Third is focus on learning outcome. Learning outcome, this is especially with reference to, section A and section B questions where you have MCQs and OTQs. Each MCQ or each short question has got one pain point. It has one trick. It has one learning outcome. Again, I will give example for leases. If you are doing leases question, so in one question, they will make lease payment in advance. In another question, they will give lease payment in arrears, which means at the end. Then in one question, they ask you the current lease liability. In another question, they ask you non-current lease liability. In another question, they ask you total lease liability. So once you do one question, you should not immediately jump to the second one. You should sit back for 1 minute and think like, what was the requirement in this question and what did I learn from here? So if I have to calculate current lease liability, what is the process of calculating current lease liability? So you have already done it. I'm not saying that you did not do it. You have done it, but take a breath. Think like this, what did I learn from here? Because exam will also come from the same thing. There is nothing else in exam. So once you have put this knowledge separately in your brain, okay, this is how I do this one, this is how I do this one, then when you go to the exam, things become easy. So focus on learning outcome. What was the purpose of giving this question in the exam kit, okay? And what did I learn from this question? Then quality over quantity. Now, quality over quantity, this is usually I speak for section C questions, which are long questions in your applied level, okay? What happens that one question, let's suppose it takes 60 minutes, okay, which means 1 hour. Now, if you have 20 hours, if you've got 20 hours to do practice, some students, they try to do, they say, okay, I did all of the BPP kit, I did all of the, Kaplan kit, whatever. They try to do a lot of questions. So they do 20 questions one time. I probably would be doing 10 questions 2 times. It does not matter whether you do 20 or whether you do 10, because in exam, there will always be a 21st question. Exam is not going to come from this 20 questions. So exam will always have a 21st question. If you do not understand question very well, if you do not understand the concept very well, what will happen? That 21st question will become challenging for you. So when you read one question or long question I'm speaking about, when you do one question first time, trust you me, you do not understand it fully. You understand some of the concepts or many concepts, but there are some twists which you do not notice. And when you see the 11th question or 21st question and there is that twist, you do not understand that. But when you do a question 2 times, and I'm saying it by the way, minimum 2 times. Okay, 3 probably is more, but 2 times is definitely you are doing. First time you do it, you just do it. Second time you really understand it. So very honestly speaking, if I have got 20 hours, I would never do 20 questions one time. I would do 10 questions 2 times. This is, I say, quality over quantity. Another is avoid answer auditing. Now, this is something everybody always we say answer auditing. And this again, I'm speaking about section A and section B, your MCQs and OTQs. It's a sin. It's a sin, okay? Don't do it. I see that sometimes students, they read a question from financial instruments or from taxes or whatever, or I don't know, IFRS 15. They read the question, they think that they do not know it. They go back and they see the answer at the back of the book. Then they come back and do it. Please never do it. Because when you do it, you are actually telling your brain, do not think. You are telling your brain, do not think, which is wrong. And in exam, your mind will never start working because you never allowed your mind to think. So let your mind think, make a mistake, then you go back and see your answer, whatever it is, right or wrong. But make mistakes, because every time you make a mistake, you have an opportunity to learn something. But when you see the answer, you do not know what mistake you would have made or you could have made. So let yourself make mistake and learn from that mistake. For section C, you might, because section C takes 60 minutes and you start doing 60 minutes, you waste your time, and then besides it's a long question, so you might be doing answer auditing for section C. Okay, let me see how did they approach. And of course, if you see it, you don't remember it, everything, you come back and you start doing yourself. So section C, answer auditing, is not really a big trouble, but with A and B, it is definitely a big problem. Stress testing. Yeah, that is very important. Stress testing means that, many of us, we do practice in small time spans, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or 30 minutes, which is not really good, because in exam, you will have 3 hours. So put yourself under 1 hour and put some 20 MCQs or whatever you are doing, and do them in one go. Okay, do them in one go, do them in one sitting. By the way, you know that ACCA exam is 3 hours, which is 180 minutes, and you've got 100 marks. So it means that each mark you have 1.8 minutes. So a 2-mark MCQ, you've got 3.6 minutes. You can consider it 4 minutes approximately. Okay. So in 1 hour, put 20 MCQs or even 15 MCQs, whatever, and then do not respond to your telephone. Do not write down on WhatsApp or on Facebook or anywhere. Focus. You have to enhance, you have to develop your concentration and focus. Okay. You cannot develop focus in small patches. Okay. So sit down straight for 1 hour. And this is when you are doing practice, not before exam. I mean, in the beginning of your practice sessions. Stress testing. Practice on computer. This is one very common mistake that we have been seeing, that students, they say, oh, I was very well prepared, but I did it on notebook, but exam is on computer. That application was difficult. I know the application is not really ideal because it gives very small canvas to write down, but you should have very good computer skills. Like, okay, you don't need advanced level Excel, but you should be good and fast in typing. And you should be, reasonably good in simple Excel type functions, plus, minus, divide, etc. So practice on computer. If you don't practice on computer in the beginning, then at least 4 weeks before exams, you should start using this computer practice. Okay, 4 weeks before exam. You will not be able to do it in last 1 week. Don't consider yourself a hero. Nobody is a hero. We all are ordinary people. Required amount of time. Okay, this is something very, very, very important. Some people, they say that this subject is difficult, this subject easy. I don't think anything is difficult or anything easy. Actually, we make it difficult and we make it easy. Imagine that this is your home and this is your university, okay? And you go from home to university every day. I ask you, how much time does it take? You say it is 20 minutes, walk 20 minutes, distance 20 minutes, drive, whatever it is. But it takes 20 minutes. I say, can you go there in 30 minutes? And you say, for sure, no problem. I can reach there in 30 minutes. Wait for me, I am coming. But if I tell you, please come in 10 minutes. Now you say, no, it is not possible. It is very difficult. It is unachievable. So distance is same. Distance is same. Just by changing 10 minutes or 30 minutes, things become achievable or things become unachievable. The same thing happens in your subjects as well. So when you know that there is one topic which requires 1 hour, and because you do not allocate enough time, you go everywhere, you spend time everywhere, and you allocate 40 minutes for this subject or 30 minutes for this subject, and you say this topic is very difficult. This topic is not difficult. It requires 1 hour. You allocate 1 hour and 20 minutes, and then you see that this same topic will become or will start looking easier for you. So please allocate the right amount of time. We make things difficult for ourselves. Things are never difficult, because when you say that, you know what, somebody comes in and says, I got 48. Another person comes and says, I got 52. I passed, thank God. But in the same exam, somebody got 88. So it's the same exam. You make things difficult. Exams are not really difficult. Then study text. Okay, before I move forward to number 9, this point, study text, there is one thing which I missed here and I should say. I call it watch your watch. Okay, let me write down watch your watch. Watch your watch. What do I mean? A lot of people, they come back from exam and they say exam was very long, or they say the time was short, the time was less, it was hard to manage. The reason is that when you are doing practice at home, you are in a very relaxed mode. Probably you are sitting, on your couch, or you are, I don't know, doing whatever. And you are not only doing the practice kit, you are also scrolling or, playing with your phone sometimes, whatever it is. Usually at home, when you are doing an MCQ, remember a 2 marks MCQ, you have got 3.6 minutes. Let's make it 4 minutes. But you are doing this question at home in 5 minutes or in 6 minutes or in 7 minutes. You are not pushing your brain. You are not trying to do it fast. You are doing it at your own pace. You are doing it relaxed. When you do it relaxed, you are tuning or training your mind to do it at that speed. So your brain or your thought process, your writing speed, whatever, it is trained to do this question in 6 minutes. And in exam, you have to do it in 4 minutes. You can't match it. And then you come back and you say, I couldn't do it. Time was less. Time was same for everyone. Actually, you felt that it was less because you were not ready for that. You never prepared for that time. So please watch your watch and do practice. Now, I know that in the beginning, when you are starting the semester, in the beginning, you cannot do this because you are new to the subject. You can't be fast. But again, when you are in the last 4 weeks here this your watch should be very important. Last 4-week practice kit, I would never do without having an eye on my watch. Okay, so that's very important. Then comes your study text. See, study text is important, and of course you need to read it. I always suggest students that read the study text, but don't get yourself dumped into the study text until the last day. So 2 weeks before exam, 15 days before exam, please put your study text on one side. All your energy, all your effort should be on your practice kit and the past exam papers. I have seen students, 1 week before exam, even 2 days before exam, they are just, going through the study text, and I say, what are you trying to dig out of it? Okay. I mean, what will you get out of it? Leave it there, start doing practice questions. Read technical articles. This is so important, and especially this is so much important for this, strategic professional level, the P level papers. Okay, of course others like F7, F9, F8 are also important, because many students, they believe that technical articles on ACCA website, they are an extra. I mean, this is an extra thing. I've got study text, I've got the practice kit, and that's all. No, that is wrong. Technical articles are very important because they will close the discussion, and they really bring clarity to the concepts. They really bring clarity to your thoughts about that particular topic. Okay, so read technical articles. Where do you find them? You can find them on ACCA website. If you find it difficult, because sometimes they are, dispersed on ACCA website, you can find them on Vertex website as well, vls-online.com, whatever. We have put all the technical articles subject wise on the website. So read the technical articles, very important, because students, they ignore the importance of this thing. Number 11, examiner's report. Again, this is very important. Students, they think that my tutor should read it, my teacher should read it, I should not read it. Very wrong idea. Now, technical articles, I suggest that as many as possible. Okay, as many as possible. And examiner's report, I say maybe 2 or 3 last 2 or 3. You don't have to read all of that. But examiner report is so important, because what happens that it tells you, the examiner is telling you that for that particular subject, what most students are making mistake, where students are failing. It is just like you are going to a journey and somebody tells you that if you are traveling to that city, or if you are taking that journey, what are the difficulties on your way, or where do people make mistakes? Where do people, they fall down? If you listen it, your journey travel will be better. So it is like learning from others' experience. One is I go to exam and I make mistake and I only realize it after that. But one is that I already know that what are the common traps there. Okay, so examiners report are very important. Students, they do not give importance to it. So these are the things where many students are making mistake. Practice on computer, examiner report, technical articles, they give less time, and they don't do this watch your watch. They do practice at a very slow speed. They do not go by topic. They leave things unfinished. Don't leave gaps. Okay, you are leaving gaps. Okay, I have done 5 standards, but I'm not really sure that I exactly know them. So I have prepared them 70-80%. What is that 70-80%? Do it 100%, or at least do it 99%, and then move forward. So these are the common things which students, they make mistakes. And follow the study plan. You should prepare your study plan, if not day by day, at least you should divide it on week over weeks, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Only then you will be able to finish your exactly like this. Okay, you make a plan for everything. You make little things, you make plan here. Every time you are leaving home, you have to go somewhere, you make a plan that 30 minutes before I should leave, because my journey is 30 minutes, I should leave. Everything you plan. Why don't you plan for the exam? You just start the book, you just pick up the book. Listen, there are 2 things. One is called studying a subject, and one is called preparing for exams, and these are 2 different things. Most of the students are studying the subject. What are you doing? I'm studying F7, I'm studying F9, I'm studying AFM, I'm studying SBR. You are not preparing for the exam, because if you are preparing for the exam, you should have the plan. And once you have the plan and everything inside in detail, which subject, which question, which chapter, which page number. Now, you can do it on weekly basis. You can do it on daily basis. Daily basis is difficult. If you can make your own study plan, that is fantastic. Vertex gives daily study plan. We give a 65 days study plan for each subject, in which every single day, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, this topic, video, this topic, lecture, this topic, corresponding study text, page numbers, these questions. We have done these questions, you should do. This is the quiz you should take. Everything, this technical article you should read. So when you do something with proper planning, how can you even think of achieving something without a plan? I mean, then it is just a luck, because then you will say, okay, if I'll go there, probably I will reach it, probably I will not reach it. Or maybe in the last 10 days, you are overly stressed because you were studying less there and you have piled up a lot of work in the end. So last 20 days, your life is miserable and you are panic, you are under stress. Please don't do that. Follow the study plan. And attempt mock exams. Again, very underestimated or undervalued thing. Please do not go to the exam without attempting 2 full mock exams. Because mock exam will tell you, can you stick 3 hours or not? It will also tell you about your situation, your deficiencies, your lackings, your knowledge gaps. Of course, everything will come up and you will exactly know where do you stand. But other than that, it will also tell you that can you focus and write or think and concentrate for 3 hours? Many times you cannot. I know. After 2 hours, students, they start feeling exhausted. Their concentration level goes down. They don't want to think. They just want to get rid. They just want to finish and leave the room, because they have not adapted themselves to sit down for 3 hours and do so many questions in one go. Mock exams are very, very, very important. So these are the things which you should take care during your exam preparation process, which is 2.5 months or so. And then we talk about exam day mistakes, okay? Exam day mistakes, what are the common mistakes which students they do in exam? Number 1, last 24 hours. I see students until the last night, they are trying to read the book, do some practice questions. And I always say that if you could not learn or do something in 60 days, What this one day or one night will make difference? It will not make any difference. 24 hours, you should stay away from the books. Maybe for you people, it is 12 hours. Some people, they say, okay, 12 hours before the book. And some people are even stuck to the book on the way to the examination hall. They are trying to do something, not really a good idea. Imagine if you have, some football match or some cricket match tomorrow. Do you still go to do the net practice and field practice before exam, before that day? I mean, you have a match at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, you have got a match. And, in the morning at 10 o'clock, you are in the field doing some practice. It will kill you. You will become tired. Now, because this is football or cricket, so you feel that, oh, physically, I will get tired. My friends, you get physically tired, you also get mentally tired. So don't tire yourself mentally. You should, what you do in last 24 hours, you should compose yourself. You should regain energy, and you should think about your match strategy. How am I going to, perform in that exam? Which questions I'm going to start with? You should, because thought process is also something very important. So last 24 hours, only thinking and planning and relaxing. Put yourself in a relaxed mode. Last 24 hours, you cannot make much difference. The only difference now in last 24 hours is by having a better approach. Your knowledge level will not change. Trust you me. In last 24 hours, your knowledge level not change. You will not become a different person with a different level of competence. Your competence and capability will remain same. Last 24 hours, what can you change? Yes, what difference you can make is by approach. So in last 24 hours, you should be thinking and planning, okay? Very important. Let me say it like this. Again, a sin. Two things I have called sins, which I actually do not like. One was this answer auditing. I hate this thing. These are the two sins, and everybody is doing it. And that is why 50% of the people, they fail in such easy exams. Where to begin the exam? Now, this is going to be very interesting, and a lot of people, they fall in this trap. We all know that we should begin from that questions which are easy, which we know. We know that thing, there is nothing special about it. You will always start with the question which is easy for you. And why do you do that? Because you know that I can do it. But starting with the easy question has one benefit another, which means that in the first 1 hour, you actually will do many questions which you are confident about, and you will gain some marks, and those marks will boost up your confidence. And that is very important. Doing questions correct in the beginning will increase your confidence. If you are making mistakes, you will lose confidence. So don't start with the long or difficult questions in the beginning. Start with the short and easy ones. It improves your confidence. But there is a big problem here. A big problem here. The big problem is that students, they also have psychologically somewhere in their mind that exam has less time. It has a fixed amount, fixed time, 3 hours. So I have to be fast so that I should be able to complete my exam. So what do? They begin fast. They think that, last question, the difficult question, or the question which you do not know, or the question which you have some doubts, you put it in the end. The questions which you are confident and you are very good at, you do them in the beginning, but you do them fast. And why do you do them fast? Number one, because you want to save time. And number two, the question looks easy to you, and the question encourages you to go fast. And while going fast, you make mistake. So what happened now? Very interestingly, what happened now? Your best area, your strongest area, you made mistake and you lose marks. And then the time which you have saved for the difficult question, And now you've got 30 minutes with you and you have a question and you sit down like this and you are thinking, this question in any case was difficult. This question in any case, you were not good at. Whether you get 20 minutes or you get 30 minutes or you get 40 minutes, you cannot do it. So you lose here and you also lose here. Please don't do this mistake. I personally, whenever I started very, I wouldn't say very slowly, but I started very carefully. I didn't want to rush in the beginning. So don't rush in the beginning. I call it don't rush in the beginning. Okay, remember. Then you have keep your cool, very important. I mean, whether you take exams, whatever matches you play, games you play, whatever you do, you have to be, you have to control your nerves, okay? In all types of contests, in all types of competition, your nerve game, your cool, your confidence, your composure, that plays a role. So keep your cool. Maintain your energy level. You know that mental work takes away your energy, and it is true. So I'm sure that many of you people already do it, but I just want to make a reminder. I remember that when I used to take exams, I always have water with me. Water I used to take, and I used to take some, some chocolates or something, because chocolates, they give instant energy. So take some water, take some chocolates with you, and, don't let your energy go down. It is just like if you are in the football ground or in a cricket ground and your energy goes down. Can you run? Can you compete? Can you win? You cannot. The same thing happens here. Don't let your energy level go down. And finally, last of all, what I can say is good luck from Vertex Learning. I mean, these are the things which came to my mind. I just quickly put them on one Excel, this one PowerPoint slide. It took me 5 minutes to, put down all these things and make a quick video. Now, over and above what I want to say you, I mean, not only regarding to ACCA exams, but in general, like with whether you are doing exams or in real life, wherever you are, aim high. Always aim high in your life. Don't aim at 60 marks or 65 marks. It's not interesting. It's not challenging. We know that this life, it gives us slightly less than our expectations. Very lucky are those people who get more than their expectations. Usually we get slightly less than our expectations. So if you are expecting 60, probably you end up in 50 or you end up in 49, okay? That's what happens with you. So aim high, target at 75, target at 80. And right from the very beginning, think like I have to score 80. Now you are actually raising the bar, okay? You have to raise the bar. You have to make it more challenging. The more challenging it is, the more interesting it is. So aim high. Number 2, confidence, okay? Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. It's very important. Again, whether it is exam or it is real life, whatever you do, wherever you do, confidence is something which makes you different, and confidence is something which gives you a lot of things. So please remain confident throughout this process and believe in yourself. And last of all, do it or don't do it. Okay, do it or don't do it. I see a lot of students now, again, whether it is exams, whether it is in real life, I see people, so many people, they are, being stuck between doing and not doing. They don't like, if you want to do it with full force, do it with full enthusiasm. And if you don't want to do it, just throw it away. I'm not doing it. So don't remain in the middle, okay? I've seen people spending or wasting days and weeks and months and years of their life between this indecisive thing of doing something or not doing something. So if I am studying, then I'm giving my full attention and full energy to the book. But if I'm enjoying, then I'm enjoying it to the fullest. Then nothing can stop me. So I have seen students, they go out with friends and they are in some restaurant, and then they say, oh, I've got exam. You know what? I am very worried. What should I do? If you are worried, what are you doing here? Go back home. But if you are in a restaurant, then laugh as much as you can, enjoy as much as you can. And then they come back home and they have the books in front of you, and then they are writing to their friends, what is the plan for tomorrow? So when they are with the books, they are thinking of going out. When they are going out, they're thinking of coming home. Please don't do it to yourself. Make yourself a plan, like I said, make yourself a plan. Within your plan, there is a time for study and there is a time for enjoyment. When you are studying, you are fully studying. When you are enjoying, you are fully enjoying. And you don't let these things mix up. And this is not only about study in ACCA exams, this is an advice to you young people for your life. Whatever you do, give it to your full, okay? Either you do it or you don't do it. There is nothing in between. There is nothing in the middle. So anyways, this is all. I might have skipped something among these things because like I told you that I just quickly typed them on a PowerPoint thing. It took me 5 minutes, honestly, less than 5 minutes to type all this thing. But I mean, whatever came to my mind, whatever was important, whatever I've been telling to my students in all these years at different times, to different people, I just try to collect all the memory and put it on one slide. So I might have missed something, but I hope that all important things are here. If you follow this exam strategy, preparation strategy, and you follow this thing, I hope that your score or your results would significantly improve. So finally, once again, good luck, and good luck from myself and good luck from Vertex Learning.